Hello there, my name is Nasrallo and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now, in today's video, we're gonna discuss a very big move that is coming in Bitcoin and in cryptocurrencies in general. We're gonna take a look at some hopium scenarios, some of the stuff that is very important for you as crypto enthusiasts and traders and investors. It's something that you really have to be watching. We're gonna take a look at oil, Dixie, some important news about OPEC, and also gonna take a look at some technicals, and I'm gonna explain why I think that a big move is coming from the technical perspective as well. So if all of that sounds amazing, then watch this video from the beginning and until the end. And if you're brand new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and also hit that notification bell so that you're always notified when I make a new upload. It's very important that you watch them as soon as they come out. And before we dive into this awesomeness, remember, please hit that like button, because every time you hit that like button, your financial situation starts to improve, or so they say. Check it out. And just in general, it would be very much appreciated. And remember that there is a share button also here on YouTube that you can use to share this video with just that one right person that you think would benefit from the right crypto content and would save that person from losing money. So we all know that kind of a person, so send it to them. Okay, so right now, first things first, let's take a look at what is happening with the oil. And we will see that oil plunges to the lowest since February as US gasoline demand drops. So number one, the summer gasoline consumption falls below pandemic levels, which is crazy, and OPEC Plus raised output by 100,000 barrels per day in September. So, but to be honest, 100,000 barrels a day increase, it's not really that huge of an increase, but nonetheless, on these news, we're gonna see that the oil keeps tumbling down the stairs, and this is very good news. So this is the first hopium I wanted to give you guys and girls, because right now, if we're gonna briefly measure the current drop from the all-time high here in the oil, we'll see a 30% correction. So, and this certainly, why is this good? Before we talk about it, I'm going to quickly show you that we still are theoretically somewhat in this wedge, and I was really worried that we're going to break above, but thankfully we didn't, and now we're actually breaking down. We're coming in for a retest, and I really hope that it's going to just go down to something like 80 potentially, because remember that oil has direct implication on the inflation, on consumer spending, etc., on many things. So for that reason, we are really waiting for this July CPI data, which is going to be released on August the 10th at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. And we are really, as a hopium scenario, we are really waiting for that peak inflation. And oil so far, because of this crisis in Ukraine, or fortunate crisis in Ukraine, has impacted the oil price tremendously, and has contributed to the inflation, etc. So, but so far it seems like it's gonna be under control. And as a hopium scenario, once again we could see that peak inflation. So now let's move on to the analysis that I really wanted to talk to you guys about, and that is, why do I say that a big move is coming? Number one, potentially as a fundamental catalyst, is going to be the CPI data that I just mentioned before on the August 10th. But besides that, it's going to be some technicals that I really want to mention. And remember, if you want to be trading actively yourself and taking some really awesome trades that we are taking here as well, then you have to be also trading on the same platforms, either on Bybit or on BitGet. I personally trade either on Bybit or on BitGet. And with my exclusive links down in the description or in the pinned comment, you can claim up to $12,100 in initial deposit bonuses, $4,100 with Bybit and up to $8,000 with BitGet. All the instructions are down there. Go check them out. And BitGet is a really big platform in terms of copy trading as well. So if you're into copy trading and copying the moves of other traders, then check out this copy trading tutorial right here and enjoy BitGet. They're pretty good. So, and it's also, you get a bonus, I get a bonus. So it's really awesome. I'm really open about it. I'm just promoting really good trading platforms with really good fees, great liquidity, and great experience in general, and you get an initial deposit bonus, and I get a bonus as well, which is awesome. Enjoy. So right now, let's quickly move on to the current situation with the price. So number one, on hopium, basically. So I'm gonna just unjack the hopium I just fed you with this oil price situation. Number one is the volume. Same old decreasing volume, which is not good. So that's number one. Number two, let's go back to the EMA ribbon. We are still fighting for it right here. Guys, if we're gonna lose this, then this is gonna be our target of about 21,700. And then if we lose this one, and we might, because this is a bear flag, right? So if we lose this, then our next target is gonna be around 20K. And then, well, oh well, if we lose that one, we already know what that means. That means we're going into, I don't want to spread any FUD, just giving the potential outcomes. Then we are going to be aiming for my target of about $14,000 right here. And then, well, certainly some consolidation in this area, and then down to 10,000. And especially this kind of an event is possible, especially if we're going to see us entering into stagflation. So even, and mark my words, if we're gonna see the oil price go down, and already the prices on the gas pumps are lowering, and it's gonna be accounted for in the CPI data in August for sure, and if we're gonna see still no peak inflation, and or maybe even at the worst increased inflation, then this is gonna be a recipe for stagflation. So it's when the Fed is fighting the inflation but nothing is helping, and they are gonna be just raising rates like crazy and completely killing the high risk assets. So for that reason, that's why I'm saying that this kind of a move could occur very soon, and it actually is gonna drop us lower than let me remove EMA ribbon right here, and I'm gonna show you this chart, which is the full history of Bitcoin in one window right here. And actually, yeah, our next halving is coming in right here. So, and basically right now we are barely getting supported by this worst case scenario, which is this red support that has been very important technically. But again, the current macro environment is unprecedented for crypto and this kind of high inflation, so anything can happen. And if we're gonna lose this support, which is coming in currently at about 20K, yeah, and then, I mean, hello 14,000, 100%. So that's why, this month is going to be very important. But let's move on to a smaller time frame right here in this chart, and let's talk about what I'm personally expecting as well, and what I'm seeing in the price, except for the low volume, etc. And that is that we are in this flag here, and besides this being a bearish pattern in general, it has to make up its mind, because we have very important resistance coming in right here from this previous daily wedge here, and it's narrowing down. So this is the end where it has to make up its mind, and usually it does so before. So I would say, like, in this vicinity, I think in this vicinity we're gonna finally decide whether we're going up real hard or down real hard. So, and this is also gonna be coinciding very well with the CPI data that I just showed you here on the 10th of August. So this is something that we cannot ignore. And as any price structure, it also comes with the understanding of volatility. And we're going to be in the daily chart, and we're going to see that it's been a while since we've seen some super strong volatility. So potentially, if we're going to be seeing it to the downside, maybe retest and then drop down, which is going to be the follow through of this whole narrative of this bear flag, and then finally see some volatility, because it's been a while since we've seen some big volatility, just like we've seen consolidation here, then strong volatility. And so it was previously consolidation here, strong volatility, and this is the BBWP. So this is something that we really are waiting for, and some volatility is overdue at this point. However, I think that the next 3, 4, 5 days are going to be deciding factors, both from technicals as well as fundamentals when it comes to the inflation. And when it comes to actually my trade, if you've been following, if you have been subscribed to my, if you've been part of my free Telegram channel, which is a link down in the description of this video, and also, by the way, follow me on Twitter, just a verified account, some cool stuff I post there every day as well. And as you might remember from yesterday, so I had a short trade from this vicinity, and then I placed my stop loss right above this area. So it just kicked me out, and again, the stop loss was super tiny, so whatever, we broke that never-ending profit streak, but so be it. And then it actually moved down. So actually I was right at the end of the day. It's just that my short stop loss kicked me out, and this is the price that we are paying sometimes when we have super tight stop losses. But at the same time, in a long-term perspective, it makes a tremendous difference in terms of performance. Trust me, tested and proven. So in this instance, we're just watching this support right now, and we are basically in between right here, forming a channel. And if we're gonna be breaking down here, down below 22 22,700 basically, then our next target definitely is 21,500 in my personal humble opinion. So let me know in the comments if you agree with me or disagree with me. And here I'm gonna link a free course on crypto. If you want to check it out, watch it right now, spend that time, learn how to trade properly and how to use all the good platforms and how to claim all the bonuses, etc. And as always, stay smart, stay rich, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.